Tuscany. For photographers, it's one of those places that almost feels mythical. Rolling hills, winding cypress roads, ancient stone villages, and light that seems to transform the landscape every hour of the day. But Lilly and I weren't there to simply admire the scenery. We came to Tuscany to learn. For 5 days, we joined photographers Mads Peter Iversen and Samuel Scicluna on an intensive photography workshop through the Val d'Orcia region of Italy. The schedule was demanding. The mornings began around 3:30, and most evenings ended well after 10 p.m. Sleep was limited. But the opportunity to learn from two incredible photographers and to chase some of the most beautiful light we've ever seen made every early morning worth it.
Our home for the week was Fattoria Pieve Salti near Montalcino. Nestled among the rolling hills of Tuscany, this picturesque agriturismo was the perfect base for our photographic adventure. There were moments when we didn't even need to leave the property. The landscape itself became our classroom.
Hey everyone, we made it. We're in Tuscany. We're at the Agriturismo.
Yes, we made it to Italy.
We're here and we're in our room, and I wanted to show you the room. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, very quaint.
Here's the room.
I love the curtains.
It's got a little desk so we can download our photos and videos.
Yes. Look.
Here's the pictures. Guess we don't need to go out and get anything. Fullness is outside. Right outside the window. Very nice. So, we're here and we're ready to do some photography.
We are.
And we're glad you could be with us.
Yeah, and you guys don't have to get up in the morning, but every day we're getting up at, what was it, 3:30, 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock, yeah.
4 o'clock, 4 a.m.
It's going to be 5 days of sunrise.
And we're only going to get 6 hours of sleep every night on our vacation.
And it's going to be glorious.
Yes, of course. And you can come with us and you don't have to get up that early in the morning.
That's right.
All teasing aside, so glad you're with us.
Yeah. We'll see you out there.
While most travelers were still asleep, our group was already gathering gear, checking weather forecasts, and heading into the darkness. That's one of the first lessons of landscape photography. Great photographs rarely happen at convenient times. They happen when you're willing to be there before the light arrives and after it fades.
One lesson surfaced again and again throughout the week. Chase the light. Beautiful locations matter, but beautiful light transforms them. We photographed some famous locations like Podere, Belvedere, and Poggio, Covili, places that photographers travel from all over the world to see. Yet, what made those locations special wasn't the architecture or the hills. It was the way the morning light drifted across the landscape. Sometimes the scene changed completely in just a matter of seconds. A patch of sunlight would illuminate a farmhouse. A shaft of light would break through a storm cloud. Suddenly, an ordinary scene became extraordinary. Mads and Sam constantly reminded us that photography isn't really about photographing objects. It's about capturing the light.
Before this workshop, we often hoped for perfect weather. Puffy white clouds, comfortable temperatures, predictable conditions. But some of our best photographs came during the exact opposite. Storms became opportunities, Brooding clouds created mystery. Rain added atmosphere. Rather than fearing bad weather, we learned to welcome it. We learned that uncertainty often creates the most beautiful images. And perhaps that's true in photography and in life. Of course, Tuscany isn't just about photography. We explored beautiful hill towns like Pienza, Montepulciano, Siena, and Montalcino. Ancient streets, incredible food, rich history, and a culture that seems to encourage people to slow down and savor the moment. Those experiences became part of the story too, because travel photography isn't just about creating images, it's about connecting with the places and people that inspire them.
One of my favorite parts of this trip had nothing to do with my own photography. It was watching Lilly grow as a photographer. Throughout the week, she embraced every challenge. Early mornings, difficult conditions, new techniques, constructive critiques, and the results spoke for themselves. She returned home with images that she's genuinely proud of, and so am I. More importantly, she returned home with greater confidence in her ability to see and create. For me, that was one of the greatest rewards of the entire workshop.
One of the unexpected joys of the week wasn't found behind a camera at all. It happened around a dinner table.
While visiting Montepulciano, our group gathered at a family-run restaurant called Bacano Osteria. Like so many places in Tuscany, it had a personality all its own. Outside stood an old Gulf gas pump topped with wine bottles, a quirky welcome that immediately told us this wasn't going to be an ordinary restaurant.
Inside, the walls were covered with messages left behind by visitors from around the world. During dinner, our table had an idea. Why don't we leave our mark as well? At first, a few of us weren't so sure, but before the evening was over, every member of our workshop group had added their signature to the wall. What started as a simple suggestion became one of those moments that perfectly captured the spirit of the week. Good vibes. That wall will always remind us of the people we shared it with.
And for us as a couple, Tuscany wasn't just another vacation. It was an investment in becoming better artists.
When we boarded the plane for Italy, we hoped to come home with beautiful photographs, and thankfully we did. But the most valuable things we brought home couldn't be stored on a memory card. We came home with new skills, new friendships, new inspiration, and a renewed reminder that growth often happens outside our comfort zone.
Sometimes that means waking up way before sunrise. Sometimes it means standing in the rain waiting for a break in the clouds. And sometimes it means traveling halfway around the world to learn from people who challenge you to see differently. Tuscany gave us beautiful photographs, no doubt. But more importantly, it reminded us why we fell in love with photography in the first place. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, keep connecting, and keep chasing the light. And the gelato.
Keep your eyes open.